Stuff from our childhood that we enjoyed, that we loved, that kids nowadays just will never get to experience.
Number 8, CD binders.
Oh, do you know what? Do you know what was going to be in my top 8? The inserts of a CD. You know when you used to get the lyrics?
Yes.
I've got a music-related one at 8, and that is giving a crap about the singles chart. I remember back in the day, like, proper buzzing if a song you loved got to number 1. I've been listening to a couple of podcasts about Oasis, and that rivalry with Blur, the big sort of who's going to get number 1, Britpop, of the 90s, you were never going to get close to it again.
No. Number 7, I am going to go for landline phone calls. I just think the excitement of receiving a call from your mate or a girl, and it was like, you know, whether it was you or mum or dad or whatever, going like, Adam, it's for you, and me thinking like, na 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 na.
My number 7, birthday parties at McDonald's.
Oh, that was nearly in my list.
Because they used to have a separate section for parties, and there used to be staff employed to run the parties.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Snow days, school closures.
6 for me, getting a toy in cereal boxes.
Yeah.
You know, you used to get your Kellogg's Cocoa Pops and you get a little pencil topper. There used to be themes. It was almost like a Happy Meal. You know, like you get toys in Happy Meals. You used to get them in cereal boxes.
I am going to go for everyone watching a show at the same time.
I've gone adverts. No one watches adverts anymore. We could still now reference adverts from our youth because they were iconic. You know, if you want like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our
club.
You just don't get it now. Like, can you name me? Not radio, because obviously you can't skip a radio advert. So that's why you've still got auto glass replay. Yeah. But TV adverts have just died a death. And when an advert came on, it was like, right, get to the toilet. It was like a military operation. You had 2 minutes, get to the toilet, get the kettle on.
Guinness adverts were great.
Yeah. It used to be a proper iconic.
The Tango ones.
Yeah, you've been tangoed.
Yeah. A Woolworths pick and mix.
Ooh.
Now
Woolworths walked, so B&M could run.
Exactly, and then
Home Bargains could run.
The pick and mix at Woolies. Not only was it fair price, the selection
was massive,
out of this world.
I'm very close to the CD rack as well.
Exactly.
So in 4 for me, I've gone getting photos developed. The anticipation, have you got that in there?
Yeah. No, thinking that's going to be such a sick pic. And then you've got your thumb over the lens.
Taking a camera on a holiday or a night out and just being buzzing to see the photos and probably getting one out
decent,
of 24, 1 out of 48 if you got a big disposable camera. You couldn't then be like, oh, let me have a look. And then, let's take it again.
Take it again.
It was like, no.
Filters.
There was no filters.
Unless.
There was no posing. For my number 3 then, the Argos catalogue. Is that your number 2?
That's my number 2. The greatest bit was circling them and or folding the page. Yeah.
This is my number 2.
Right.
Going to Blockbuster.
Yeah, and then in a video, yeah. I always remember you going, I've heard this is really funny. Probably you heard it from your mate on the landline.
Right.
And it was Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah.
And we watched it about 20 times over that weekend. And I think we re-rented it.
Well, I think what Blockbuster did is it made you watch films you wouldn't normally watch. Because you'd sometimes go for a certain film, it'd be rented out, because it wasn't like in abundance, unless it was a new film. My number 1 I've put is just living in the moment. Like having experiences that you're not seeing through a screen. Whether it's like going to a concert or just any sort of social gathering, and just not having phones recording everything that you do. Just not experiencing things, like being at a concert and just taking it all in because you're like, oh, I'm going to film, or even worse, I'm going to film myself singing at a concert. No one is going to rewatch that.